Alright, can we agree that they took the most simple, non-threatening person and turned him into one of the most scariest boogeymen almost ever in a horror film? You know, multiple times in the movie, like, there were scenes that maybe just say, "Don't breathe." I don't know if that made me seem like an idiot or if it made me seem funny, but honestly, I was too on the edge of my seat to care.
You had my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
Hey guys, Julian Green here with another installment of Juju Reviews, but guess what? I'm changing the name to this channel. Turns out there's a Juju Reviews and another bad Juju Reviews and things of that sort. I want my channel to be more searchable for you guys, so right now it's called The Green Room, because my last name is Green. Get it? So if you guys have any ideas of what my YouTube channel should be, I will pick the winner by making that my new name. Alright, before we get started in this review, I also want to say that I tried this new thing on Facebook. I did my first live stream where we talked about a lot of cool stuff. We went through my Blu-ray collection, my DVD collection. We talked about scenes from the movie Her, because apparently some of you guys haven't seen that movie before, which is my second favorite movie of all time. Showed you a really weird scene where he's having sex with his phone. If you guys seen that and you liked it, let me know if you want me to do a little bit more of that and give me ideas of what should I talk about next. And if you haven't seen it, I'm going to link the description to that video in the description box below. With that being said, let's get started. Don't breathe. So the movie follows these three thieves who break into people's homes, more wealthy people's homes, and they take their stuff and they sell it for a profit. And they're really good at what they do. They're trying to scrape up enough money together to get out of Michigan and move away to California. Word gets out that there's this war veteran who got this ginormous settlement of $300,000. So what do these thieves do? They think it's easy pickings. They go to his house, they try to take the money, they try to get out of there. But this old blind man is not what he seems. He has a special set of skills, and these skills are pretty terrifying. One of the main standouts of this movie is Stephen Lang as the blind man. This guy balanced the line between completely scary and he's like on like Jason levels of silence. He'll just pop up. You don't even hear him coming. But at the same time, like, you know, he has his reasons for how he is the way he is. He's a kind of a sympathetic character, but you'll find out down the line that he's kind of a weirdo in and of itself. And I'll tell you, every time this guy is on screen, he just commands that you only pay attention to him. Just seeing him kind of like blindly lurk around, it's kind of creepy because you don't know if he senses you or not. Like I said, he also grounds the performance in this very human level that we can all relate to. Second to him is Jane Levy, who plays Rocky. Rocky being the female of the group, and she kind of commands a lot of scenes by herself as well. These characters are really great at playing fear. From the very get-go, her motivations are very clear as to why she wants to rob this blind man, and she'll do whatever it takes to get that money, even when she's in a horrible situation. Alongside her, there's the actor Dylan Minnette, who plays Alex in the movie. He's like the resident like code breaker of the security systems. You can tell this is just a character who's just kind of like in over his head, but also again, he has a great job of playing the line of being super helpless, but at the same time being super resourceful. A lot of the most resourceful moments in this movie, and one of the biggest twists, comes at the hand of this guy. And Daniel Zavato plays just the dick of the group. I mean, his name is Money. You already know this guy's gonna be a dick because his name is Money. But Money is just there. You've seen him in the trailer. He's just there to be mean to people and to just do the most dumbest things before he eventually gets. But what the movie succeeds at is it does a very good job at turning someone super simple, like this very simple premise, into something that's actually terrifying. I remember watching it with my girlfriend, and every time she was saying stuff like, "It gets worse." And I'm just thinking like, how does it get worse? I mean, for the most part, this movie takes place in complete and utter silence. Fede Alvarez, the director, does a really good job at setting up the atmosphere of this movie, and that direction is one of the highlights of this film. From the opening like shots, from the one take of it going throughout the entire house, and pretty much he's letting you get to know what you're about to see throughout the course of this movie. This movie does a great job of not just, you know, resorting to jump scares. I can't tell you how many times that modern horror films just resort to jump scares, whereas this one, he sets up the tension first, and then when that scare comes, it's a lot more understated, but it kind of like chills you down to the bone. I mean, the way he sets up the atmosphere of this house is just completely terrifying. One of the standouts in this movie is the scene where everything goes completely dark, and the whole thing is shown through night vision. That's one of the most tensest scenes that is in the movie, period, and probably one of the most tensest scenes to come out this year. Now, as for the plot is pretty simplistic. I mean, it's three people gonna rob a blind man. They find out that it's not exactly what it seems. So I thought you really couldn't do much with this plot, but then the twists and turns that it takes, then it definitely takes you on a wild ride. I was on the edge of my seat the entire time. There's things that you find out that you're just kind of like, wait, what? And as you follow these characters as you try to get out the house, there's a lot of close calls that makes you just go, oh Oh, I mean, I'm having a hard time describing this movie because the only way I can describe it is for the most part, like, it pretty much does take a couple of liberties by being the same as other horror movies. Like, there's some things in the plot that are a little bit predictable, and I think that's one of the weakest points of the movie, is that some things get a little bit too predictable, but there is still plenty of twists to keep you on the edge anyway. Don't Breathe is definitely one of the surprises to come out of 2016. I know I definitely wasn't expecting it. Scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna have to rate this at about a 8.3. It falls a little bit into predictability, but at the same time, it still gives you a lot of things to be scared about. All right, guys, so that's my review for The Green Room. Make sure you check out any of my other videos on my channel. If you like this, hit that like button. If you want to keep watching some stuff like this, just hit the subscribe button as well. And I'll link my live streams down in the description box below. Just remember, guys, I'm a dude in this room talking to a camera. I love you, and I'm